Good morning ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another day of the video diary. How's it going today? Today we're heading off to work. It's going to be a busy day today, both at work and out of work, to be honest with you. Today is Friday and the other two on my team are taking a flexi day, so I'm taking one for the team and going in on my own. I was originally going to have a flexi day today, but one of the Lewis's wanted was like, his friend might be coming down to Bristol. I'm like, well, you take the flexi day, I'll have Tuesday instead, and I was off Tuesday. Freaking Robin. Shit, it's Christmas already, boys. So on my little team of three, there's just going to be little old me today. It's going to be good fun. To be honest with you, I should, and assuming I don't get stuck, well, when you're on your own, if you know what you're doing, you get so much more done, because obviously there's less distractions. If you don't know what you're doing, you've got no one to help. Well, no one in your immediate vicinity to help. Like if I'm stuck on something, I'll be able to go, hey Lewis, have a quick look at this, and then I'd go to a mentor. But yeah, but anyway, so work's going to be good fun. In the first 4 hours before lunch, I want to boss out the red-green refactor is what I'm doing at the precise moment in time. Basically, what we've done, kind of called the red-green refactor cycle. You start off with like the test, although we haven't had the tests. Then it obviously breaks the tests, and then you write whatever code you need to write to make it pass the tests, to make it do what it needs to do, and then you refactor it into making it look pretty and making it easy to understand, making it easily maintainable and stuff like that. I was working on it a bit yesterday, and my brain wasn't in it yesterday, and I started just to like scramble it all. Well, I think the problem was I started it a bit wrong, and then I had to go back on it, and then yeah, so it didn't go well yesterday. But in the first 4 hours I'm going to be working on that. It should only take 4 hours, for the simple reason that there's no other. I'm not inventing the code. You know, the code already exists. It's being tidied a bit, and the structure's changing ever so slightly, but it's one. Well, that it's that, and then two, it's my like favorite kind of coding, which is like data manipulation and stuff, and I wrote the code in the first place as well, so I have a good understanding of what it does and how it does it, and etc., and what it needs to do to make it better. So that's going to be fun. Else, after work, I'm going to be busting back at 4:30 because I don't need to be until 5 today, and I think I want to spend as little time there as possible since I've got no one to talk to. So I'm going to be coming back, having dinner, doing a shopping list, and then I'm going to be walking off out to Sainsbury's to go pick up some shopping. I don't need to go to the big Sainsbury's or do an online shop, because I only need little bits basically to survive until next week, because even then I'm only at work for 4 days of next week, because I'm off Friday as well. Yeah, this time next Friday I'm off, so I won't even be in Bristol actually, so I don't need a lot of stuff in my shopping. Else I've got to do a clothes wash, which means getting rid of all my clothes which are dry, washing all of my bed clothes. Well, no, my bed clothes are fine, but my old bed clothes, because it doesn't fit its own thing. I've got to wash my towels so that I can then take the towel and take it on holiday with me. It's very go. It's going to be rushy. I'm hoping that my video editor arrives today. I ordered Adobe Premiere Elements 9. No, I used to have 9, Elements 12. And I'm hoping that that comes today so that I can start video editing at some point. But I've got a very busy day, but I don't need to be in bed early tonight because obviously it's Saturday tomorrow. So, it's going to be a busy ass day. Let's get on the bus, shall we? God damn it. Oh, that book I'm reading is pretty good. It's pretty good. It's very exciting. I should finish it potentially on the way home today. Potentially, which means I can start writing up the review for it. Yeah, it's very interesting. Very interesting. And that means I can download books on my Kindle when I go on holiday. Oh, nearly there now. Nearly there. And then we've got a day of sitting on my own. Wrong, my little heart out. Also, something I've noticed. You should be able to get a pretty decent representation of how stressful my day is based entirely on how flat my hair is by the time I get home. You ever noticed that? walking home, all the gel is just gone because I'm like pulling my hair out. Well, you'll see how stressful it is in the next shot. You ready? There we go. You didn't even beep there. How am I looking on the flat hair front? You've still got a bit of thing to it, but not quite. Anyway, that was awkward. Anyway, so what went on today? Well, I've got a bit of hair left, so we're all right. I'm telling you, I'm going to lose all my hair to this job, to the career I want to go into. I'm not going to have much hair left soon, but hey ho. Right, the morning was friggin' stressful. It was. I noted. Well, I was going through. I was finding. Well, I was doing this whole refactor thing, and I was looking through all of the stuff, and I'm like trying to get it into the right formats and things, and then like I'm trying to refactor it, but keep some of it. I'm like refactoring it inline, so I'm changing it as I go down the page, and I'm trying to keep everything in the same kind of format so that obviously it still works. I don't break anything. And I'm starting to look at it, and I'm like, there is no way you can do this. I can't figure out like a file format or anything, like data format, data structure that would allow this to happen. Like the amount of things you have to dance into just to get out what you need, it's not possible. So I ended up having to shelve that at like 11. I'm like, I can't do it. Shelve it, which means it's saved to the server. I can go back to it later if I need to. Which point I start to look at a couple of other things I've noticed. So I start to see some weird things in the data, and turns out we've got a couple of bugs. And it's the kind of bug where, like, how the hell have we not noticed before now? But basically, for the past 2 weeks or so, our data that's being displayed on the bars has just been wrong. It's just been flat out wrong. Because what it does at the moment, well, what it did was, we built it through so that it would read the entire of today's data, let's say. Pulls off all of today's data, gets everything, puts it into a format ready to go onto the graph. What it'll then do, because we realised we needed to do this after, what it'll then do is go through all of yesterday's data, and it'll get all of that information and then insert that into the old data, right? So what were we doing then? We were sorting that to make sure it was in a relatively good format, sorting that to make sure it was in a good format, then we merged them. Never merged. We never tested to see if these were the same data as this. It worked, but the data were just going into the wrong field. So for one thing, this underwriter was having like 3 sales, but it would go under the same bar as another one because just the entire order of that data set was wrong. Easy fix, right? Just change the size of the data set. No, because in order to do that, you need to know how many underwriters you have. And it turns out we were sending in stuff like, we're sending in like 6 underwriters, then 7, then 8, then 5, stuff like that. And then the legend at the bottom was only showing 5 colours, even though there was something like 8 in the graph. And you're like, what's going on here? How did we not even notice this shit? So I saw all this and I'm like, oh my lord. Like, I've got this other stuff to do for the boss. He's like busy in meetings and stuff, so I can't ask him. And I go up to my scrum master and I'm like, Hugh, man, I'm friggin' stressed out. I've just spotted all of this stuff, and to be honest with you, the only way around this data bug is ripping everything apart and starting again. Like, I'm not even shitting you. There is no way you can hack that into being the right kind of thing without doing things that are really dodgy. So I'm like, Hugh, I'm literally gonna log like a 10-hour bug on the system, and it's gonna take me about 10 hours to fix. And he goes, well, that's what we're going to have to do. We'll talk to the manager when he comes out, see what his plans are for the other one. And then in the afternoon, I am flying through this data, pulling it out, making it really like compact, getting the data format accurate, instead of bloody windy. You know, what we'd done first was we'd build it. Sorry, can't friggin', there we go. Too windy, man. What we did first was we built it. So we'll do this. They then said, oh, should we do this? And we just added it in there. There we go, does it now. Then do this, added it in there. And they're like, oh, we want to do all of that, but also for yesterday. Copy and paste, add that in there. That's a terrible way of programming. So now what I've been doing is I've been going through, and because we literally had like 50 plus variables keeping track of everything, what I've done is I've gone back through it all, rechanged all the ordering, so it's all going in the right order. I know what the variables kind of have to store now ahead of time. And I have the power, because I know that kind of information, to just say, I want this format, I don't want these old formats anymore. So instead of being forced to add in new variables as and when we need them, what I've done is, now I know what we need, I've been able to go back through, condense them all into one big variable, and then job done. And I've extracted it all out into a class as well now, so it's all been saved. Well, it's all now in its own methods and stuff, which it wasn't before because we're horrendous programmers. But now it's all in its own methods. We've saved, I'm not even shitting you, already 800 lines of code, and I haven't even touched the big part yet. It's actively turning into something that I'm actually relatively proud of. Like, to the point where if they would have said, hey, someone, say if I was working on a team with someone, and they said, hey, to the guy next to me, do you want to look at the display board system that Team Jam did ages ago? We want to add something to it. I would literally run away because it would be that embarrassing just how bad the code was. But now Mr. Jamie's been in sweeping up all day. It's all sorted, it's nice and pretty, and we can frickin' rock and roll with that. I've still got about 4 hours worth of stuff to do on Monday, but that's half the fun, right? So in the end, it was a pretty good day. Otherwise, I'm back home. I had an interesting bus ride listening to teenage girls' conversations. You should always listen in to conversations on the bus. They're the best. They're literally the best. So much better than listening to music. And you've been listening to music all day at work. And I'm back home now. I'm getting ready, taking my coat off. I'm going to cook my dinner, which is a chili tonight. And then, while I'm doing that, I'm going to be writing a shopping list, because I'm going to go shopping for little things. I've got to do a meal plan and a shopping list. And also, I'm going to be installing my new play toy. Oh, yeah, mother truckers. This is, I'm not even shitting you, this is unbelievable news, having this here now, because I've always been used to Adobe Premiere, and it means that the friggin' 2 videos I've got to edit and schedule this weekend should now breeze by because I'm used to that software. But yeah, so I'm pretty happy. Adobe Premiere 12 and Photoshop 12 means that well, Photoshop 9 works, but Premiere 9 doesn't work, so this should work. Oh yeah. But otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to get to work sorting this out. We'll go shopping in a bit, so I'll talk to you. Getting the impression this is probably a bad time to go out for a leisurely shop, don't you? Bloody hell, eh? Hey, get away from me, Ray. You know what is annoying? I don't know if I told you this actually. Bloody Adobe won't let me exit trial mode until they've approved my student ID. Fuckers. Well, if your trial mode didn't fucking put a stupid watermark on it, then I would have had the trial mode ages ago, mate. That's why I fucking bought it. Gee, otherwise I'd have used the trial for 30 days and then bought it next month. Truth be told, I'm trying to get hold of Lovely on the phone. She's painting. And I asked her, what are you doing? She goes, oh, I'm painting. She texted instantaneously. Do you want to calm down? Mate, with the wind? No, it's mate, this wind is excessive. To the 9th degree. It's not even raining anymore. Is it? I don't know. Who can tell? Yeah. I texted her saying, oh, what are you up to? She goes, oh, I'm painting like normal. What are you up to? You had your dinner? I'm like, how intently are you painting? I text her. 2 minutes later, I ring her. 2 minutes after that, I ring her again. She's very intently, apparently. Oh, fuck that, boys. That is far too wet out. Change of plan. What we're going to do is we're going to film. Well, we're going to edit our hit film, the video and hit film, and then we are going to jump in to Visual Studio. Not Visual Studio. Programming Visual Studio, man. Fucking, what am I talking about, boys? Your sound's gone really, really quiet, by the way. Just so you know. Yeah, I'm going to jump into editing this video and hit film, and then theoretically, hopefully, I should get my product code tomorrow for Adobe Premiere, and then this will be the last thing I write in hit film. I don't write it, I edit it. But yeah, we'll go to Sainsbury's tomorrow to do a bit of a shop. I literally need like 5 things. It's the most worthless shop ever, but I might end up busing. If it's miserable weather, I'll bus to the other one. Right guys, I'm going to call it a night. I'm going to put my Jimmy Jams on, and I'm going to watch, I'm not going to watch it, I'm going to watch me, look, there I am. That's what I'm going to do. I can't really get comfy, and I think I'm going to have to put my Jimmy Jams on. I think it's because I've been at work all day. It gets difficult to come home and edit and stuff. Tomorrow is going to be bloody busy. We're going to be running around all over the place. We're going to be sorting out videos. Apparently I've had an ice cream as well, so my mouth feels numb. Right, so, yeah, tomorrow is going to be insanely busy. We've got a lot of stuff to do. We've got 2 videos to edit over the course of this weekend. We've got to go shopping. We have to go... I don't think we have to go to town for anything. I would have done if the sale things wouldn't have been... If I could have taken them, you know what I mean. Lovely's presents, 14-day return. If it wasn't 14-day, if it was 30-day, I would have got them now. But I don't have to do that. So I've got no intentions of going to town because I need to get all these videos done. Might see if Lewis wants to go play snooker on Sunday, but yeah, I'm trying to front load everything as much as possible so I can have Sunday as relaxed as possible, so I can prepare for Monday stream with my webcam. But yeah, today hasn't been as productive as possible, mainly because we've been rained off, and since then I've kind of sat here and not done much. And it's because I feel like, I don't know, I feel like I can't get comfy. So I think it's this chair, to be honest with you. I don't seem to be able to get comfortable in it. It might be because I'm in this position all day. But yeah, who knows? Have a strong desire to not be in this position. No. But anyway, I'm going to go to bed. Well, I'm not going to go to bed. I'm going to get showered. And get what? I'm drunk. I'm going to put my Jimmy Jams on. And I'm going to sit here and edit. That's what I'm going to do. Edit away. And then I don't have to think about you and stuff. It relaxes me knowing I don't have to vlog. Oh dear. Anyway, catch you later.